I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at Smithee TV in downtown Toronto. I'm here with Stephen Endicott, the Chief Development Officer at Casey House in Toronto. For those who aren't familiar with Casey House yet, tell me a little bit about what you have been doing and the services you've been providing for the last 26 years.
Well, thanks for having me, Katie. So Casey House opened in 1988 at a time when not a lot of people understood HIV/AIDS, and so people were dying often in isolation. So Casey House opened as a home where people could go and be treated and cared for and really die in a compassionate, dignified environment. And so in the 26 years since, HIV/AIDS has really changed, particularly with the antiretroviral medications in the mid-90s. So people are living a lot longer now, which is great news. And so people don't come necessarily to die anymore at Casey House. Only 15% of our work is palliative. They come to get better and to go back out into the community. So a lot of the work that we do is taking care of very, very, very sick people and getting them better again and getting them back on their feet. Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned, starting out, it was about taking people who felt isolated. So can you speak a little bit to the community that you build and helping people feel like they're not alone and the importance that serves in their life?
Sure. Well, the LGBT community really came together along with June Callwood, who with the founders raised the money to open Casey House. There were drag queens that did shows all the time to raise money to open the house and to provide the care. Today, it's no longer just, HIV/AIDS is no longer just a gay disease. About 70% of the people that we treat are gay men, but now they're also women. They're people who are, in some cases, homeless, who are poor, and so it's still the community very much that is rallying around these people to give them the kind of support that they need to get back on their feet. And it's always been about that sort of community spirit. Mm-hmm.
And obviously, AIDS was very prominent in the press in the 80s, and it is still today, but not as much as some people think that, AIDS, it's not something that could happen to me. And I personally know two a heterosexual my age, and they both have AIDS. So I know that it's something that's obviously still occurring. But can you speak a little bit to sort of the resurgence of it and how important it is to keep the conversation going?
It's such a good question. Thanks for asking it. I think a lot of people think that because the medications, which are so good and so powerful now, they think that it's manageable. And so it is. So there are a lot of people who are HIV positive that lead very, very strong lives. But what happens with those medications, because they're so strong, that if you've been taking them a long time, by the time you reach 50 or 60, which wasn't happening a long time ago, your body is like a 70 or 80-year-old. So a lot of our clients have 4 or 5 major health complications layered on top of their HIV. So things like cancer, like brain disease, cognitive diseases. So the treatments are really, really complex. And that's why we need a place like Casey House that understands HIV and all these other serious ailments.
And you are having a fundraiser coming up with Canadian artists as well, selling off art. So tell me a little bit about this fundraiser and why it's so important for us to get involved.
Art with Heart. This is the 21st annual Art with Heart coming up on October 7th. It started actually in 1993 in a parking lot. And it's since grown to become one of Canada's foremost auctions of contemporary art. So there's about 86 works of art from all across the country, from seasoned artists and well-known artists like Douglas Copeland to literally emerging artists, people that are just starting out their career. It's a balance of painting, sculpture, photography, so there's really something for everyone, various price ranges. But really, it started when artists who were losing their friends to AIDS wanted to do something and felt very passionate about contributing and supporting a place like Casey House that was welcoming their friends and caring for them. And the tradition has continued. The arts community has contributed so much to this event, which has, in its 21 years, raised over $5.5 million. So it's a really important event for us.
And where's the best place for us to find out more information on Art for Heart online, and where can we get our tickets?
artwithheart.ca or caseyhouse.com. Tickets are available online. There's still a few left, but we do sell out. So it's a really exciting, fun night.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thanks. Great talking with you.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats in downtown Toronto.